Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Cowboys star reportedly won't report to training camp without new deal. The Dallas Cowboys just can't help themselves sometimes. They know they're going to have to pay CeeDee Lamb his market value. He knows it as well, and so do his teammates, his camp, and even his opponents. That's why there's absolutely no point in dragging this further. If anything, they're only managing to get on his nerves, and that's never good. According to a report, Lamb won't show up to training camp until he gets a new deal. That's why former star W.R. Plaxico Burress called out Jerry Jones and the Cowboys organization. In his latest appearance on The Carton Show, he claimed that this could have all been avoided by giving him the contract he deserves. The Cowboys can't afford to lose him or have him force his way out of town. So, if they intended to pay him all along, why wait until he gets more expensive? The Cowboys have made questionable decisions in terms of player management, keeping their players happy, and actually getting the best value on their contracts. Lamb is a superstar and should be compensated as such, even if that means holding out and missing the first couple of games of the upcoming season. Two Cowboys underrated sleepers who could break out in 2024 NFL season. For a team that is supposedly all in, the Dallas Cowboys have been remarkably quiet this offseason. Outside of bringing back Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas has hardly made any other moves on their roster. Signing linebacker Eric Kendricks and filling out their 2024 draft class is really all they've done. Perhaps that means that the Cowboys have faith in some under-the-radar sleepers on their roster. A few of those sleepers on the Cowboys who could possibly break out during the 2024 NFL season include Rico Dowdle and Jalen Tolbert. Dallas brought back Elliott after Tony Pollard departed for Tennessee during the offseason. However, that doesn't mean that the former Ohio State Buckeye will go back to being a workhorse in Dallas offense. Elliott will likely split the backfield with Rico Dowdle. Dowdle waited a while to get his opportunity. He hardly played as a rookie in 2020, missed all of 2021 with a hip injury, and was exclusively a special teamer in 2022. But in 2022, after the Cowboys let Elliott go, he assumed Pollard's former mantle as the backup. He played well in his first season in that role last year. Dowdle's 4.1 yards per carry number is a bit misleading. He was pretty efficient in the few touches he got last season. Dowdle finished 23rd among running backs in 2023 in yards per touch, 4.8, 18th juke rate, 20.8%, and 9th in yards created per touch, 3.92. Those numbers are all according to PlayerProfiler.com. He outperformed Elliott in all of those statistics. The Cowboys plan to utilize a running back by committee approach this season, according to ESPN's Todd Archer. Elliott will still factor prominently into Dallas' plans. While he has a lot of tread on his tires, he is still a reliable short yardage back and trusted in the passing game, especially as a blocker. He's going to be on the field a good amount, but Dowdle is the better runner at this stage of his and Elliott's career. It could lead to a potential breakout season for Dowdle in the 2024 season. He is among many sleepers on the Cowboys who should garner attention in 2024. Third time is the charm for Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert looked like a potential sleeper at wide receiver during the build-up of the 2022 NFL Draft. He really put himself on the map after consecutive seasons with over 1,000 yards. Tolbert wound up getting drafted in the third round by the Cowboys, but hardly played as a rookie. In 8 games, he registered just 2 receptions for 12 yards. But Tolbert began to show flashes of what made him a coveted draft pick in 2022. His path to playing time was still blocked with Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup in tow, but he did see more playing time as the season went on. Tolbert really showed he could fill a deep threat role for Dallas in his brief stints on the field. Tolbert is going to have the chance to not just earn more playing time, but become more of a focal point within Dallas offense. Gallup was let go during the offseason and is now with the Las Vegas Raiders. CeeDee Lamb is currently away from the team as he seeks a new contract. In the meantime, Tolbert has impressed in camp and improved his game. Dallas needs someone to step up in their receiver room outside of Lamb and Cooks. Tolbert is making the case to be that guy and could be poised for a breakout 2024 season. He's one of a few sleepers on the Cowboys roster to monitor before the season kicks off. Dak Prescott could sign blank check to leave for AFC rival, says analyst. One team should consider signing Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott to a blank check. says one analyst. With Prescott's future in Dallas a major question mark, he'll be entering the final year of his contract this season. Former general manager and current ESPN analyst Mike Tannenbaum is suggesting an AFC rival, the Las Vegas Raiders, sign Prescott to a blank check next offseason to leave the Cowboys. "If I'm Raiders owner Mark Davis, I have a countdown clock in my office and that plane is fueled and ready to go," Tannenbaum said. "And I'm giving Dak Prescott a blank check to go with Brock Bowers and Davante Adams." Why Dak Prescott will be highly coveted QB in 2025. The 30-year-old quarterback is on the verge of entering his 9th season and is actually coming off of the best season of his career. Prescott finished as the runner-up in 2023 NFL MVP voting to Lamar Jackson and is coming off a banner year in which he posted career highs in completions, 410, and passer rating, 105.9. However, one blemish on Prescott's resume is his lack of postseason success. Despite the Cowboys finishing with their 3rd consecutive season of at least 12 wins, Dallas bowed out of the first round with a humiliating home playoff loss to the 7th-seeded Green Bay Packers, 48-32. Prescott is 2-5 in his playoff career, and the Cowboys have yet to advance past the divisional round of the postseason under his lead. The lack of playoff success may be playing a role in Dallas' lack of urgency to get a deal done with Prescott. Despite the lack of progress in talks between both sides, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reports that the Cowboys are prioritizing Prescott's contract extension over the likes of CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. You've got Dak Prescott. The Cowboys have a world of problems here financially with 3 players they have to sign. Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb as well. But the feeling around the league and sources I've talked to is that they want to start with Doc, Fowler said on Friday, June 14th. They've put it on the table with Doc's people that, hey, look, you're a priority. We want to try to get something done. As far as hard dollars, not a lot of progress yet. I would describe their efforts so far as passive. Raiders could sign Dak Prescott to fill franchise QB void if the Cowboys and Prescott are unable to get a deal done. There will be no shortage of teams interested in the 3-time Pro Bowl quarterback in the offseason. The Raiders could very well be one of them, considering they're currently lacking a franchise quarterback. Las Vegas currently features second-year man Aiden O'Connell and journeyman passer Gardner Minshew as their top 2 quarterbacks. While the Raiders lack a franchise quarterback, they have all of the other pieces necessary to lift the team into a potential playoff contender. The Raiders have Davante Adams, Brock Bowers, and Max Crosby as core franchise pieces, meaning they're set at wide receiver, tight end, and edge rusher. They just need a quarterback to get them to that next level. According to Spatrack, Prescott's market value is $53.1 million per year across 4 seasons for a total of over $212 million. That would make him the 3rd highest paid quarterback in the league. If Prescott does indeed hit the free agency market next offseason, there's little doubt that teams lacking a franchise quarterback such as the Raiders will offer the veteran quarterback a lot of money to sign with them.